Alrighty guys, hi, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. As always, if you're new or returning and you haven't yet already, please be sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down below. I'll try my best to see you guys there. So this is like a, I guess, come along with me style video. I have to go to Walmart and get just a couple of random odds and ends. So that's what I'm doing, and I figured I would talk to you guys on my way there and probably on my way back. Just getting a couple of organizational bins and paper towels and a couple of cleaning supplies. We've been in our rental for a little bit over a year, and our company wants to do like the yearly walkthrough. So although our house is pretty clean, we want to make sure that it's spick and span in every little nook and cranny. So I've got to go get a couple of things and organize my craft room. That's really what needs the most work. So that is where I'm headed today. A couple things, kind of things that I've like had videos about in the last several months have started to resurface, and I think they're topics on YouTube that are always going to resurface, and people are going to accuse creators of having or engaging in things like echo chambers and gatekeeping and things like that. And I don't know if I have a super different perspective now than what I did when I made my first couple of videos about this, but I understand where people think that creators have echo chambers, and I think a lot of it comes from like a critical standpoint, people critically looking at the comment sections, and because most of the comment sections aren't agreeing, feeling like the creator they have to have an echo chamber. And I started looking at the kind of comments that I get and my channel and people who engage with my channel. And I could see from an outside perspective, maybe someone getting the impression that I may have an echo chamber. And I guess I just kind of wanted to address it. And I don't know if other small creators feel the same way as I do about this, but I always try and have open discussions where all points of views are welcome. I always open the discussion somehow. I pose a question to you guys in most of my videos to allow the conversation to continue down below. And I noticed that it is relatively rare for me to have comments with total opposition. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, because it does. And I ask further questions because I want to understand their point of view and why they have the views that they do and the opinion that they have. But it's not super common, and I'm not somebody who deletes comments because you have a differing of opinion from me. The only comments I have ever deleted are nasty comments towards me or towards whatever creator it is I'm talking about, like really over the top gross comments. Those are ones that I will delete. Or if someone is just being outlandishly rude to me, or again the topic I'm talking about, then I will delete the comments. It's very rare that I delete comments, but I think that because I don't get a lot of comments of people disagreeing or, arguing with people over a viewpoint, that it can be perceived as having an echo chamber. And I don't feel that I have one. But I can understand where someone just overlooking my channel may think that I am curating that. And I've said before in the video I talked about echo chambers, is I believe sometimes echo chambers are created unintentionally by the creator when their feelings are kind of getting involved and they're not really deleting any comment. They're only deleting comments that are outwardly mean and end up accidentally being in their emotions, delete comments that weren't necessarily mean but that just disagreed with them, and then they continue that kind of behavior, and then you end up creating an echo chamber, probably not intentionally, but some people just really don't like to deal with the negativity. They don't like to see people talk poorly about them, which is understandable, but it is something as a creator that you almost have to be prepared and ready to just roll off of your back, if that makes sense. So on the other hand, for me, what separates, like what actually forms an intentional formation of an echo chamber for me is, say a creator has a really strong opinion that's not popular opinion, and people go to another platform such as Twitter or Instagram or TikTok, who knows, they go to another platform and they voice, because maybe their comments won't be heard on the channel, so they feel that they need to point out the creator's lack of ability to listen to criticism, and they go to another platform. Most often I see this happening on Twitter, where a tweet will be said about, whether it's a subtweet or an actual tweet, will be said about, not agreeing with whoever for X, Y, and Z purpose. And then the people who are speaking out and like trying to open a discussion with this creator will in turn just block them or talk poorly about them, or try to turn the argument to where the person who disagrees with their original opinion or statements, they try to turn it to where they look stupid for having the opinion that they have. That's when I think echo chambers are created. It's almost when people are unable to listen to criticism and to listen to the opposing opinion that echo chambers can be formed. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think it's relatively fair, and that may not be the right term to use. I don't know if it's necessarily fair to put that on smaller creators, because we are still building our platform. And yeah, a smaller creator absolutely can end up in an echo chamber. I'm not saying that they can't, but I'm just saying it's when you are growing your platform, you are likely attracting people who have similar ideals and similar morals and similar opinions of your own. So it's likely that your comment sections are going to be filled with people in agreement. I don't necessarily believe that that is an echo chamber. And that's just my opinion. I'm curious as to what you guys' opinion is about this, because echo chambers is something that is kind of brought up quite a bit in creators when giving their opinions of another creator or critiquing another creator. They often will always come up with echo chambers ends up being a part of the conversation to some degree. And I personally, when I have talked about without a crystal ball, I am guilty of that. However, she is someone who has shown that she likes to curate an echo chamber for herself. And by that, in my opinion, how she has done that is anytime she talks about anything super controversial, she tends to put on members only, or she deletes comments. She's constantly deleting comments, both during live streams and once a video is posted. She is constantly blocking people and going to the extreme of seeking out people who may not agree with her to block them. I know my personal experience and several other who have talked about their experience with being blocked by this person is we didn't even tweet at her. We maybe responded to a tweet that they didn't even tag her in, but she was the topic of it, and we either agreed with them or made a an additional point, and that got us blocked, which I'm not upset about being blocked by anyone. If somebody doesn't like me and they don't want me to interact with them, I'll take that as a solid flag that they don't want any kind of communication with me, and that's totally fine. I just won't ever try to talk to them. And for me, if you have me blocked on one platform, I'm assuming you don't want to talk to me on any platform, because for me, how I operate is I primarily only use Twitter, and occasionally I'll scroll through Instagram, but I don't really use Instagram. I'm not good at Instagram. I'm not good at taking photos. I'm not good at remembering to promote my stuff. So it's like, for me, Twitter is an easier, quicker place for me to access to, if I have a thought about something, to quickly put out my thought, or if I am debating about what kind of content video I'm going to do, giving my audience the ability to kind of weigh in on that. I do that on my community post as well, but I do not utilize Instagram. And I just assume that some creators are like that as well, where they prefer different platforms to really be where they promote themselves and engage with people who enjoy them. So if I'm blocked on one, and maybe I'm not blocked on the other, I'm not going to go seek out someone on a platform if they have me blocked in where I am most frequent at. That happened with Katie. Is she had me blocked on Twitter, and I guess I wasn't blocked on Instagram, and I don't use Instagram like that, so I was just taking it as a solid block. I'm not somebody who's going to go around a block. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't know how to create stock accounts. Everybody knows how to create a stock account. You just need an opposing email and you make an account. I'm not going to do that. I don't have the time for that. Most people don't have the time for that. And the people who do are people who I feel are on research missions, are out to get research, whether it's for a larger creator or even a smaller creator that they enjoy and they converse with. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to briefly talk to you guys about this because I see it being brought up quite a bit lately with a lot of the stuff that's been going on within the drama. And I've already said my unsolicited piece of all of the drama happening in different communities. But echo chamber seems to be something that's brought up pretty often here lately. And I just wanted to get my opinion out and my perception of it. And I mean, like I said, at face value, I could assume people who don't know my channel, who's never engaged in my channel, who doesn't know anything about me, who comes to my channel and sees my comment sections are full with almost everybody agreeing with me. And again, like I said, I do get critical comments here and there. I do get a couple of comments in opposition, but it's very rare. And I don't know if that's because people don't feel comfortable, and I hope that's not the case, because I'm open to having those conversations. That's why I always say, if you have an opposing opinion, or at the beginning when I do my intro, if you have any comments, concerns, or questions, leave them down below, because I want to hear. I am only going to be able to grow and become a better creator and a better person in general if I'm engaging in anything, or if I have done anything to offend anyone or upset anyone. The only way I'm ever going to know is if somebody brings it to my attention. I am not going to be mad about people disliking me or leaving me a critical comment or saying they didn't like that I said this or they disagree that I said that. I encourage that kind of talk. And if it has ever come off that I am not open to that, I want to apologize. I know I can come off kind of harsh at times and just to the point. And maybe that's something I should probably work on to make it seem like I'm more open to conversations. But I 100% am open to people leaving opposing opinions, as long as you're not being disgusting to me or to whoever or whatever it is we're talking about in a vile manner. I'm totally cool with leaving comments up. I've left plenty of comments up that weren't in my favor. I hardly delete any comments. So I hope all of this makes sense. I just kind of wanted to pose the question to you guys as viewers, because as viewers, you guys frequent all kinds of content, you know? And I think that sometimes can get lost on creators, is that they don't always really understand. Like, they will say, oh, I know you guys probably watch X, Y, and Z too, but it's like just a statement. I don't think much actual like backup thought is going into that you guys see a lot more than what I think some creators give credit for. And I don't think the creators do that intentionally. I think they're aware, but the awareness is only to a certain extent. So I hope all of that makes sense. I've just sat in the Walmart parking lot to get my thoughts out. I should have another video out tomorrow covering a story that's kind of being covered quite a bit. I'm just really wanting to make sure I do all of my research before I speak. I know a lot of you guys and probably new people will come to my channel who don't know about my background, so I want to make sure I am seeing as much of the situation as I can, and that's the Shawnee for Christ, the Shawnee and Rev stuff with their children, or at least with her children. Again, I'm still doing my research, so I don't know everybody's relation. I don't know absolutely everything. I'm sure I've seen the clips that you guys have seen, and I definitely have some pretty strong opinions, but I want to be sure that I do my due diligence and I do my research before I come to my platform and formulate a video. So I'm hoping to get all of that done tonight so I can film it tomorrow morning for it to go live tomorrow afternoon. So with all of that being said, please let me know your thoughts down below on everything that we discussed today, and I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you're having a good day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Bye, guys.